Welcome back to the channel. Not in the woods today, as you can tell. I'm down in my basement today, and my family and I are really passionate about gardening, and one of the things we've gotten into is inoculating logs with mushroom spawn. I tried some last year, and this year delving into it a little bit more. And so I'm going to just invite you along, and I hope you learn something along with me. I'm still kind of new to the whole log inoculation process, and so I ordered some products this year. So I hope you just follow along with me with a series of videos going from the unboxing here to show you what I ordered, to also to one of my clients' properties where I'm going to cut some trees down for mushroom inoculation. And then I'm going to also show you the inoculation process as well. It's going to be a series of videos that I hope you learn something from, and along with myself, I'm learning too, so I'll be learning along with you. And it's actually something I'm really excited about, to grow some mushrooms. I really like mushrooms, and they're also very healthy for you. So come along with me, learn along with me as well, from the process of ordering the mushrooms or the mushroom spawn, through the whole cutting log process, what trees to cut for what species of mushrooms, to the inoculation process, and then we'll follow that up eventually as well with some updates on how the mushrooms are growing. So come along with me. Here we are. I received this in the mail today, and as you see here, it says open immediately. Although I didn't open it immediately, I wanted to shoot this video just so you could just kind of know what the expectations are as far as what you're going to receive in the mail. This is what we received in the mail here. I ordered a kit from Field and Forest Products, and here's the magazine here. Specialty mushrooms. This is the catalog for this year, and I'm looking forward to, and it has all the other products in here. This is not a sponsored video, and I just know from past experience on this company here. So this is what it looks like with this kit here. One neat thing that they included here was a shiitake mushrooms for America, natural logs here, and it gives you, as you can see here, it gives you some really nice recipes that you can use for use mushrooms for cooking. So as you probably already figured, I ordered mushroom spawn. As you can kind of see here, there's 2 packets that you can see, but there's a third one underneath here. Shiitake mushrooms is what I ordered in this order. And so what they give you some instructions here, and depending on what you order, grain spawn, plug spawn, sawdust spawn, and a whole list, but we ordered the sawdust spawn, so that's what we have here, and so that's what we're going to look at today. And then they give you just inoculation instructions, and I just want to go back to these instructions here just so you kind of know what to do. So if you're wondering, okay, you receive this in the mail, it says open immediately, and so for sawdust spawn, it gives you specific instructions on what to expect and what to do if you're not going to start inoculation right away. So we're moving on here. So I ordered some inoculation tools, and so we have instructions here on how to use them. Some information on the shiitake logs, and we'll go through that in more detail probably on another video, and the invoice as well. So I ordered a kit that comes with some aluminum tags to tag the logs with. I think there's 40 in number in that kit. And then I also ordered in the kit, they came with the wax daubers, usually the wax daubers for the inoculation process, which you'll see in a future video. And then I also ordered an adapter for a drill bit. This is a 12 millimeter drill bit, as you can see here, that we're going to use to drill into the logs. And then I also ordered, and this is part of the learning process, and I ordered this tool here. It's supposed to be an adapter for the the angle grinder. Well, I didn't have an angle grinder, and I actually just picked one up here because I have Makita tools, so I just picked one up at Home Depot. And this is actually a new design, and something I learned here. The adapter that I received in the mail is for the old traditional angle grinders, and it's not going to work. So I'm pretty sure one of my friends who I'm going to be inoculating with, he has the right angle grinder, so I'm shooting to hopefully use that, use his. So I looked online briefly to see if I could find an adapter that goes on here, but this is kind of a new design from Makita, so it's not going to. I didn't find any adapter that would be able to then adapt to the old system of the screw that would go into there, because what you do on the old one, you take this and you screw it into the base of the angle grinder, and then your drill bit goes into this hole right here, and so it's supposed to fit right together. I'll show you, just in case you guys have an old angle grinder. It's supposed to go in like this, fit right in there, and then there's a nut here to tighten then for the drill itself. And so you're gonna, I'll show you, I'll go over this a little bit in depth when we're doing inoculation, but this is the depth that we're going to drill it to. Drill into the log. Okay, so I'll kind of remedy that, and I'll see if I can find another alternative for this X-Lock design that Makita just came out with, and we'll see if we can kind of work around that. I don't know, we'll see. So here's an inoculation tool that I ordered. So again, like I said, it's a 12 millimeter, and I believe you can get a 13 millimeter as well. I just went with the 12, and so that's what it looks like here. And I'll show you how it works more in depth when we do the inoculation of the logs, but it's a pretty nifty tool. So again, like I said, I did some inoculation last year with some logs, and my friend's dad and I, we inoculated some logs using the wooden pegs. But this year, since I wanted to do more inoculation over the years, I just went ahead and made the investment to begin to do a more strategic inoculation of logs. So here we go. I'm going to pull those instructions out and just show you for the purposes of learning. So this is what the bag looks like. So here you go. So there you can see the identification of what kind of the variety of the shiitake mushrooms. And so that just brings up a good point that I want to point out. So the kit that I ordered, it's 3 strains of shiitake. So this is the first one. So that's Night Velvet. That other one was Snowcap. And then there is strain WR460 trademark. And so what I wanted to do, I wanted to be able to order some mushroom spawn, and then inoculate logs and have them fruit over the whole growing season. So these varieties, they have the purpose of, so I'll be able to harvest, Lord willing, when they start to fruit, probably next spring, and get some fruit from them in the spring, summer, and fall. So I'm not sure exactly which ones fruit at which time, and we're going to find that out, and you're going to learn along with me as I make follow-up videos. So there's 3 strains here, and then out of all of these, I believe if I remember correctly, I'm going to be able to inoculate 40 logs. So 40 logs that are, I believe, 4 to 6 inches in diameter, about 40 inches long. So I'll be able to inoculate 40 logs of that size. And if I'm not correct on that, here, let me just check here. Just want to make sure. I'm just going off of memory. I don't know where that. Let's see here. See if it says 2.5 pounds. So these are 2.5 pound bags. Yeah. So this is going to inoculate. Supposed to inoculate 40 logs. So these are each 2.5 pound bags. Although this one seems heavier, the night velvet. So I don't know what's going on with that one. But anyway, they're double bagged. As you can see here, it's got a bag, double bag. So I got to take the one bag off. And so it says here, 2.5 pound bags each bag. So if you read here from the sawdust spawn, as you'll read along with me, so what am I supposed to do? Should arrive double bagged, and they did. Remove the outer bag upon receiving. Refrigerate spawn if you're not using within a few days. At room temperature for too long can result in mushroom growth inside of the bag. Please note, almond agaricus sawdust spawn cannot be refrigerated, but can be kept at room temperature for up to 6 months. So we're going to continue on looking at what we received from this kit. So I also received a bundle of wax, and so this wax is going to be used in the inoculation process. And I'm going to open it up here so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to keep it in this bag here, but it's 2 blocks of wax, so you'll see how we strategically use the wax in the inoculation process. So you'll see the use of that in upcoming videos. I'm just going to put this back in the box. Keep that there. And the tool, put that back in there. These other items, tags. And also too, one of the things I forgot to show you, I ordered the wax daubers. So I'll just show you what those look like. So my wife's actually going to look for a crock pot at a local thrift store to see if we can use that permanently for our inoculation process to melt the wax in and use that. So what we're going to do here is just going to take the bag off, and since I'm not going to inoculate right away, so it's going to be a few days until I'm able to go out and get some logs for the inoculation process to second step, I guess, at this point. Well, the third step. So ordering the items, receiving them in the mail. So the next step, I gotta go out and harvest logs. I should have done it earlier in the year, but I didn't. So it's what's today? Today's February 24th, and so it's still a good time to be able to go out and harvest the logs for inoculation. And so I just want to show you briefly a really neat resource that Field and Forest Products puts out. So they put out this chart that shows you the best time to harvest the trees, timing of cut chart, and then here, and it's also on their website, but you can see here's a detailed list of the types of tree species. And we'll probably go over this in more detail, but I just want to show you briefly, and then how they match up to a variety of mushrooms that they sell, and then accordingly on how they prefer to grow on each species. So looking forward to delving into delving into that a little bit more in detail with you in a future video. One other thing I wanted to note to you, just so you know what I'm going to do, since let's go over these directions again for the sawdust spawn. So I removed the bag, removed the outer bag. So I'm not going to use it. I don't know exactly the day we're going to do this inoculation, so it's not going to be within the next few days. So I'm actually going to put it in the refrigerator for a few days, so then we're go. And so, as you probably saw here, these bags are designed by them, and this little this whole system in order to be able to effectively at least keep them for a time and not spoil. So I'm looking forward to this. Follow along, and really looking forward to this exciting process, and ultimately see the fruition of our efforts into our various salads or any types of recipes we're going to include in this process. I like making stuffed mushrooms too, so I'm going to actually probably try making my stuffed mushroom recipe with these shiitake mushrooms. So that's all we have today from the unboxing. Hopefully this is helpful to you. Maybe some of you are experienced with inoculation. Maybe some are brand new to it, but as I said, I'm a novice to it, but I'm really looking forward to inoculating these logs and seeing the fruit of our efforts in future videos. So follow along with me again as you'll see me in the next video. We're going to be out in the field cutting some trees and choosing the proper trees for the inoculation process.